Hi guys. So, welcome to my new channel. For my third video, technically kind of second, that's nail related, I'm going to be swatching these pigment powders I got for, not to brag, but a penny off of Temu. Came with a set of 24 and 12 of them actually glow in the dark. So, this is going to be really cool. These swatches aren't really gonna look that great, but I originally thought that the white ones it showed in the picture were actually like white chromes where you don't know kind of what color they're gonna turn out. But I know that one's a dark, well, like a blue, then I think another one's a lighter blue, and then a green. But they all look white, but those are the colors that they glow in the dark, except for maybe the light blue. I'm not sure yet. So I'm on to the second row now. I went row by row. Should have went column by column, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm not redoing it again, but I'm using just the biggest stiletto tip I have and put a white base color down and went to town on with all the colors. So if you are not familiar with pigment powders or just pigments, chromes and pigments work a little bit differently, but not very, very much. So the first thing with pigment powder is you're going to want to use a really dense brush. A lot of people will say a fluffy brush, but no, you're going to want to use a dense brush, long, short, bristles, it doesn't matter. But the more dense it is, the more control you have over where the pigment goes, especially if you have a design that you want the color to be just on that specific part of the design. You don't want your colors mixing or blending in together. And for the pigment powders, they have to be on a white base. So if you do a black base color and then you want to put a neon pigment powder or just a pigment powder over top, unlike chrome, the pigment powders you have to draw on your design or whatever the case may be before adding the pigment. What I love about this is it came with a red, which is, from what I know, uncommon. Came with a bunch of different pinks. The differences, I'm not quite sure yet. They're all on the glow on the dark side. There's some corals, a few different oranges, the regular neon purple that you usually see. Same with the regular blue, and then there's a really light pink. I think it might be one that was on the glow in the dark side. And gorgeous. I got to try out tonight one of the glow in the darks. I mixed it with a top coat and just did some white stars for a celestial keychain, and then went over top of it with the glow in the dark pigment gel, I guess, that I made. So, and I did test it. It does glow. So, just depends how much really you want on it. Just go layer by layer and now see how sloppy this is. And you can't really tell what's what because a lot of the colors are hard to see up against the white. But all the ones on the left hand side are all the glow in the dark ones, and the rest are the pigments. So overall, I'm giving this a full 10 out of 10. They came with a lot in the containers, and they also came with individual packaging. Like for Temu, this is phenomenal and they work great. And I was beyond expectations beyond met.